Welcome back to Pizzana Builds. Today we're working on bag number 18 out of 22. We are almost there. I'm so excited. If you haven't already, can you please like and subscribe down below? I would greatly appreciate it. And if you don't mind, just even giving me a share. Let's get started. Okay, now that we have all of our pieces sorted, let's get started. There's not very many pieces in this packet, but there are lots and lots of small pieces. So we gotta take extra care today not to lose any pieces, okay? Now, it says that we're about to make 2 of them, okay? So we're gonna start with one. We need one dark gray button, one dark gray button, or 2 dark gray buttons, excuse me. 2 twisty tops, or tip tops, whatever you want to call it. 2 of the 1x1s with a 1x1 back, 2 buttons, 2 1x1s, 2 1x2s, 2 1x1 2 1x1 tops, these right here, and 2 of your tubes. Okay. Today, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with a 1x2. We're gonna put a button on the right side of it. Okay. And we're gonna put a 1x1 on the left side. Yeah, on the left side. And we're going to put a 1x1 on the with the back on it on top of the button, and one of our 1x1 tops, or our 1x1 tops, on inside of that little 1x1 with the back. And you want to do it with the slope pointing towards the back. Okay? And then one of your 1x1 tubes, one of your gray buttons, dark gray, because you have some light grays in this one, and your top, your twisty top. So it should look like this. Okay, we gotta make 2 of those. So that's 1. So we're gonna take our 1x2. We're gonna put our button on the right, our 1x1 on the left, our 1x1 with the back on top of the button, our 1x1 rooftop with the slope going into the button, then your tube, then your gray button, and then your dark gray button, and then your top. So you have 2 of these. Okay, they look the same on both sides, so they can be interchanged on which way you're gonna put them. It says we're gonna take them. I'll turn my castle so that way the side is facing you. Okay. And you're going to take your 2 things that you just made, and you're going to put them on the farthest outside 1x1. The furthest outside 1x1. To the left and to the right. Get this flat. There we go. And your slope is, and your button is facing that way, towards the Great Hall. Okay? You'll see where I put those? Put my hand right here. One is right here on the far right, and one's right here. Oh, right here on the far left. Okay? It's not down. Actually, that's not down. Oh, that's not down. There we go. Alright, next page. By the way, that was page 114. It's at 512. Now we're on 513, page 116. Man, there's a lot of steps in this, but we're getting there, okay? Now you need a your 1 tan 2x2, 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 of your gray tops. Your 1x2 tops. These. Your roofs. The roof. Okay, you're going to take your 1x2. On your 2x2, and you'll put your 1x2 tops on there like this. You're going to flip it upside down, and you'll put your buttons on here on the bottom 4 corners. Okay? Then you want to turn it over, and with the slopes facing towards you, so you have the side with the basilisk and the devil snare facing you right now. With the slopes facing you, you're going to put it on this spot right here. Okay? So this is going to go right here. Just like that. Put my hand right here. That's right here. So there we go. Right here. That's what you just put in. Now you need 2 buttons, one 1x2 tan, and 1 gray rooftop. You're going to put your gray rooftop on your 1x2. You're going to put your buttons on the bottom of that 1x2, so you flip it upside down. That is going to go on top of this gray 1x3 into a 1x2. again, with the slopes facing towards you. It's a little more difficult for me because I am doing it in reverse and on the side. So you can put this on right here. So far we put this top on, this top on, this top on, and this top on. Okay, you need a 1x3, you need 2 1x1s, you need 4 1x1, 4 of your 1x1 smalls, 2 brown 1x1 smalls, and 1 1x1 flat. You're going to take your 1x3, you're going to put your 2 1x1s on each side of that 1x3, and then you're going to put your brown one, and then you're going to put your brown 1x1 flat in the middle. See, so you have tan and then brown, and now you're going to put 2 of your 1x1 tans on top of the 1x1 browns. And then you're going to put your 1x1 regulars on top of your 1x1 smalls, and then you're going to put your other 2 1x1 smalls on top of your 1x1 regulars. So, this is what you should have. Basically a U shape. Make sure that your brown's going straight across. Okay, you don't get those 1x1s mixed up. This is going... You have to put this down here and slide it into place. So this is going to go down here, and you got to slide it into place. Should be a 2x3 left. And this should stand up right here. Why is it not standing up right there? It should stand up straight. I can put it right there, but that's not right because it needs to have a 2x3 left. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's not, something's not right. Let me look back page. Oh, I see what's wrong. I put these on backwards. Haha. Oh no, that's what we got in there. Be very careful, guys. If you drop a piece down in where the bridge is, be very careful. So my mistake is, these pieces I put on earlier is the rooftop with the piece that sticks out. The piece that sticks out is supposed to face the building, not away from the building. I did it on both sides. I made a mistake, but I fixed it. I'm going to show you what it looks like before I put on that piece that we just made. So you know what mistake I made, and you don't make the same mistake. If you made this mistake, then you can go back and fix it real quick. See how now this is flat, and it give me a place to put that 1x3 right here, and then this goes straight across like this. That's what you want. Now it's sticking out. That's my fault. My bad. My bad. And that's why we always look back. If something doesn't seem right, just go back 1 page at a time until we figure out what's wrong. And now that 1x3 fits in there perfectly. There. I'm so sorry if you're following me and you put that wrong, but it's an easy fix. Now we need our 2x3 regular and 1 light brown, or brown 1x1. And you'll put the 1x1 on the top left of that 2x3. Now you need 1 more of the brown and 3 of the flats. Okay, so that brown 1x1 is on the top, then this brown 1x1 goes on the bottom. And then you put a flat brown 1x1 in the middle, and 1 beside each one of the 1x1s. So it looks like this. So again, kind of making that shape again. Make sure that that's brown all the way around, okay? Now you need 2 1x1s and 4 1x1 smalls. You're going to put a 1x1 on top of a 1x1 small, and then a 1x1 small on top of your 1x1. Do that 2 times. 1x1 on top of the 1x1 small. And then those are going to go on top of these 2 1x1s you have sticking up right here. Make sure all your pieces are straight, none of them are crooked, because it will show up. It will show up sure as anything. So that's what you have. You have your U shape again. See? Same U that we made earlier with the 1x3. Except for this is a 1x6. I mean, a 2x3 instead of 1x3. Now, let's sit this right here for a second. You need your white 1x1 fire hydrant. See? 1x1 fire hydrant. Your lime green 1x1. Your 4 1x2 grates. And 4 light gray 1x2s. So you're going to take your fire hydrant, you're going to put on top of your lime green 1x1. And on each side of the fire hydrant, you're going to put one of your gray 1x2s. And then on top of each one of those grays, you're going to put one of the grates. Okay. This is going to go on this 1x1 that you have right here. You're going to slide. You have to slide it. You're going to slide one side of your grates, one of your grates down, and just keep pushing down. So that way you have it going sticking through here like that. If you turn it to the side, you got that. That side, you got that. And that side, you got that. Okay. This is going to go in this 2x3 that we have here. So now we are on a 2x3, and we're going to put this 2x3 on. When we put this 2x3 on, this grate that's sticking out, see how, if you look at the bottom, you have one that's sticking out, that is going to slide into this open space from this one, okay? So again, if your pieces are not straight, it will not fit in. And just push it straight down. Like that. Like a glove. Let me know if you know what movie I just referenced. If you know, let me know down below. Okay. You need 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. You need one 1x1 top. 2 of your tubes. 1 1x1 with a platform on it, and 1 1x3 brown. You're gonna take your 1x3 brown. You're gonna put a 1x1. You're gonna put a button on each side. Then you're gonna take your 1x1 with the platform and stick it in the middle. Okay, just like this. And you're gonna stick your tubes on top of your buttons, and then your buttons, your next buttons, on top of your tubes. And then your rooftop is going to go in between that, going side to side, not front and back. It should look like this. Kind of looks like a little birdhouse. That is going to go on the left side of the top of this tower you're building. This is going on the left side. Okay? Now you need one of your 2x3s, 4 buttons, 1 1x1, 1 1x1 gray, 1 of your small top rooftops. I'm calling them rooftops now, so it's nice tops, because I know they're rooftops for the castles. 3 of your 1x1 tops. Your 1x1s like this. 2 of your tubes. 3 1x1s with platforms on the bottom. And now we gotta put this together. So, we're gonna take our 2x3. We're gonna put our smokestack on the back, or rooftop on the back. Then we're gonna put a button on each corner on the front. Then we're going to put one of our 1x1s with the platform on each side, with the platform facing towards the smokestack or the rooftop, okay? The platform is going to face your gray little rooftop, okay? See that? Sorry. See how the platforms are facing in? Okay? Then you're going to stick your tubes on top of your buttons. You're going to stick your 1x1. You're going to stick your 1x1 tan, not gray, on top of your little rooftop or smokestack, or whatever it is in this case, because I don't know. You're going to put your 1x1 buttons on top of your tubes. Not 1x1 buttons, your buttons on top of your tubes. You're going to put your gray 1x1 on top of that 1x1 that we just put on your little smokestack. And then you're going to put your roof tiles on top of each one of your 1x1s with a platform that you have. So you have 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. And then they're all going to face where the point is facing that gray 1x1. You gotta be careful putting these on. It's definitely a lot harder when you have bigger hands. Kids' hands definitely work best with Legos when it gets to these tedious faces. But we shall persevere. We will not quit. Okay. That's what you have. It looks like you have a little rooftop hidden inside. You can kind of see it through the little holes all the way around. Okay, and that's the top. Okay, this is going to go on top of your tower that we've been building. So I'm going to put my hand right here. This tower we're building. It's going to go beside this. And it's going to go with the little opening for the smokestack facing inside. So once you do that, you should not see your little rooftop anymore unless you look through the little circles. And then all you should see for the gray is one gray 1x1 sticking out the top up here. Okay. We need a 2x3 and a 1x3. You're going to take your 1x3 and put it across the right side of the top of that tower. And your 2x3 is going on the left side of the top of that tower. Moving right along, page 126, step 524. Now we need your big rooftop, a medium rooftop, and a one of your, really, your pointed tops. This one. So you're going to take your medium one and put it on your medium one and put it on top of your large one, and then put your top, your pointy top on top of there. And then that is going to go on top of that 3x3 that you created with the browns. Okay, like that. That's a nice tall tower. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, now you need a 2x6 and one of your gray 1x2 rooftops. And that is going to go on, if you have this facing you, you're going to have to put it on the very back. Now you need 2 more of your rooftops and one 1x2 into a 1x1. You're going to put 2 more rooftops on here. Again, this is facing you now. So this is what she'll look like. And then you're going to put your 1x2 into a 1x1 in front of that. So this is what you got. Now you need 2 more of your rooftops. And then you're going to go right here. So this is what you have now. One side has 3, one side has 2. Make sure you're that's how I'm going to orient this. Is you just, one side has 3 and one side has 2. So that way you make sure you put it going in the right direction. Okay, now we need 1 tube, 1 twisty top, 1 small rooftop, and 1 gray 1x1. You're going to take your 1x1 gray, you're going to put your 2 on it, and you're going to put your rooftop, and then you're going to put your spirally tip. And that is going to go on top of this 1x1 right here. That's what you got now. Kind of looks like a church top, a steeple. Okay, let's see where we put this bad boy. This is going to go on this right here, okay? When you put it on this, the 3, remember one side has 3 of this, one side of the steeple has 3, one side has 2. The 2 is going to go in the front. So if this is facing you, you want the side with the 2 facing you as well, and then that is going to go directly on top of that. And it should leave this right here. Now you need a 2x6. You need 1 2x2 brown, and you're going to put that on the left side of your 2x6. Now you need 1 top and 2 buttons. You're going to put your 1 top on the back side. If you now have this where it's facing you with this on the left, the brown 2x2 on the left, you're going to put your top and then your 2 buttons in front of the top. So it should look like this. Your brown should be on your left. The rooftop should be on the back side. And you're going to put your 1x2 rooftop, this tan, on top of the buttons. And then you're going to put another brown 2x2. So this is what you should get. One side should look like this. The other side should look like this. See, it kind of looks like it has a second rooftop, this tan. Okay, now you need 2 of these bricks. I do not know what these are called. These are 2x2s, but they got a slot on each side of them. It's a slotted 2x2. And it looks like this from the top. You need 2 of those. You're going to put one of those on each side of your rooftops, on each side. Now you need 8 buttons. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's all except for 1. And you're going to put 1 button on each one of your 2x2s. You're going to put 4 buttons on each one of the tips. Okay. Now you need 2 more of your brown 2x2s, and you're going to put those on top of those buttons. Now you need 2 more of your 2x2s that are slotted. And you're going to put those on top of the 2x2s you just put on there. And then you need 2 more brown 2x2s, and they're going to go on top of those 2x2s. So this is what you should have. This is one side. This is the other. Okay? Now you need 2 medium tops to go on top of each side of your square towers. So most of your towers are round, but now you have square towers. We have this big tower right here, which is a square tower, and we have these 2 towers, which are square towers. Now you need your 2 small tops to go on top of the medium tops. And you need 2 of your tall tippy tops, or your steeples, to go on there. It should look like this from one side, and like this from the other. Okay. That actually looks really cool like that with the tan behind it. Okay, this is going to go right here. It's going to go with the tan facing you, and the gray is going to face these other gray tiles, okay? Alright, how's that look? It says, no matter what a Hogwarts student's favorite subjects are, they will likely spend a great deal of their time in the East Wing, where many of the classrooms are located. So this is where all the classrooms are. This is the East Wing. This is where all the classes are. Which means over here should be the dorms. Ah, I'm so excited. Ooh. And that is all for bag 18. You should have 2 extra pieces, 1 button and 1 tan rooftop. We'll put these in our extra piece pile. Today, we did the East Wing, or we finished the E-Swing. It is looking absolutely magnificent. Alright. Come back next time to see bag 19 put together on this and see what is to come. I am so excited. We are 19, 20, 21, 22, 4 bags from being finished with Hogwarts. I am super stoked. This is turning out to be a beautiful piece. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking so far, and I will see you later. Bye for now.